So last night I made that video talking about how it's gone a little far. About how talking about how relatives, deceased relatives being made fun of are off limits, so to say, or whatever. I want to clear some things up. I wasn't talking me, about me being upset about it. What I was talking about is my personal viewpoint on what. I mean, here's the deal. I really don't give a fuck. Go ahead, you can say what you want about me. It doesn't hurt my feelings. But we're not all the same. We're not all the same. So, you had D-Town and Camel Toes. The drunk hippie, and the fucking homeless, scraggly looking motherfucker that made videos to me. That's cool. I don't care. Make them. Make montages, D-Town. I don't care. But see, the thing about it is this. You could say I was crying or I was in my feelings or whatever. Explain to me how the hell I'm in my feelings about something that was said to somebody else. I simply said, hey, we're all adults here. We're all people. We should be treating each other essentially. Like, here's the deal. You come into trash talk, I understand. You're going to say some fucked up shit. It's just going to happen. I don't care. I'm not trying to regulate what happens. I can't. But I gave my personal viewpoint on what I thought to be something that went a little far. Now, I have seen other people talk about, and like OGs, like I don't want to, or I can't exactly say who, but I'm talking about people on like Terrabelly, Bat Dog status. Uh, you know, fucking Desert Eagle 90, although now he's not an OG, he's respectable. I like Desert Eagle. Talk about how it's being ruined. Look, we're all here, and I could give a fuck with you, D-Town, or Camel Toes, or anybody, what you guys think about what I put out. See, when I first came in, actually got here and arrived in the circle, I respected, or thought about, and respected your guys' opinions on what you thought about content, but that's kind of out the window. I don't give a fuck anymore. Whether you like or don't like my videos, personally, I'm not going to lose any sleep over Camel Toes insulting me, because you have to consider the source. I mean, look at Camel. Who the fuck would be insulted by Camel Toes? Look at him. Look at him. Like, I'm insulted by people that matter. So, sorry, Camel Toes, but like usual, you don't matter. No, just kidding. But for real, though, I had to go on a little rant there. But back to seriousness here. I don't, like, if you guys thought I was crying or upset, look, say what you want about me. Say what you want, but there are plenty of shit. There's plenty of shit that you guys can find out about me. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to give you the ammo. But it's out there. There's plenty of shit you could find out about me. And that you could use against me. It's there. And I know it's there. And I expect it to be dug up. I don't care. Do it. But what I'm saying is, I mean, let's, like, hey, Mom, for instance, I noticed something. And this was brought up to me, too. When people bring up your dad's DWI, or the fucking bankruptcy, or any personal information about you, you're the first person to get in your feelings. You're the first person to fucking, to get all pissed off. I mean, really, what's any different? What's any different? How's it any different? Other than, I mean, it's different things. But how's it more or less trash talk when you talk about people's dead relatives to when Eagle Speed put your shit out there? How's that any better than what Eagle Speed did? It's not. It isn't. So if all's fair, if you could talk about dead relatives, and Mr. Go Philly Eagles, you did it too. You talked about his wife that was dying, saying, "I hope she dies." So you are fucking guilty too of it. But you made your video, and whatever. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is why is it for certain people like A-Bomb that it's okay for them to punch people in the mouth, but then the minute you have some shit on them, you can't hit them. You can't hit them. Look, you would be surprised when I was looking up shit. You would be surprised what I found out about Jamal Seaton. I'm not going to put it out there, and I never would. You'd be surprised what I found out about Camel Toes. Not going to put it out there, but I could. You'd be surprised shit that I've dug up on Mark Baker, D-Town. But I won't. It's below me to put that shit out there. But for a minute, I was ready to. Knowing your full names, there's a whole bunch of shit out there. I wouldn't get to that level. I wouldn't do it. Now, I expect that it's going to be done to me. I don't care. Go ahead, do it. But what I'm saying is if D-Town or if A-Bomb or Camel Toes put some shit out on me, it'd be acceptable. It'd be cool. It'd be okay. But like if I came back and did it to them, according to them, I'd be wrong. Maybe not D-Town or Camel Toes, but A-Bomb I would definitely be wrong. My point is if you, like, here's the deal. It's either all or nothing. It's either we keep it at a respectable level, or all of us just go fucking haywire and put everybody's info out there and use everything that we can. That's my point. Why is it good for A-Bomb or somebody to do it? It's okay. But it wasn't okay for what Eagle Speed did to him. A-Bomb can use dead relatives, but Eagle Speed can't give out his address. Why is some shit off limits to some people, but it's not off limits to others? Now, I don't want it to be releasing people's information because this is not real life. This is not, today I'm going to get up, get ready, go to work, make money, sell some things on eBay, throw an ad or two up on the video because I do get paid for those, basically, other than, contrary to what Camel Toes thinks, and it doesn't matter if I throw an ad up on a video. Skip it if you don't want to fucking see it. Put an ad blocker up if you don't want to see it. But if there's an extra source or way for me to make an income, I'm going to do it. Because, hey, that's my fucking choice. But anyway, and by the way, Camel Toes is just pissed that I put ads on my videos because, well, I probably make more on my fucking YouTube than he does at his job. And besides, if he had some money, he'd be able to replace that fucking scraggly looking fucking New England, wow. Carolina Panthers fucking whatever that is that he has hanging up behind him in his shed that he probably lives in. He doesn't get to live in the main part of the house. We all know that. He has to live out in the shed. Occasionally he gets to sleep in the car every once in a while. But anyway. See, shots at actual TTC members, not at their family. And I was guilty of it too. I was just as fucking wrong. So make a video, D-Town. Edit in some baby crying over it. I don't care. But the point is if I put your shit out there about what I found out about you, or what I found out about Seaton, or what I found out about Camel Toes, I would totally be wrong. You think what Eagle Speed did to the fucking A-Bomb was wrong? I dug up 10 times that on Camel Toes. And I didn't put a damn thing out there because that's not what this is about. So say what you want, edit some fucking baby crying over me, I don't care. But just know that I know and that everyone else is probably wondering the same shit. Why is it okay to do it to some people like Mr. Go Philly Eagles? But if I did it to A-Bomb, if I did what Eagle Speed did to A-Bomb, I would be just as wrong as him. And people would fucking bastardize me over it. Why are some people here untouchable and the other ones aren't? Point is, if we kept it at trash talk to each other or teams or whatever and didn't involve people's families, I don't think anyone would have a problem with that. I never seen Bad Dog attack people's families. I never seen Terrabelli or Ray Vaughn do it. I never seen Pint do it. I'm not doing it anymore, and I have done it, and I admit to it. But I'm not doing it anymore. Never seen Stork do it. Look, regardless of what you might think, I'm going to follow what the people in my fan base are doing. Because those are the people here that I respect more than anybody else. So, you want to do it? A-Bomb, Camel Toes, D-Town, Roby Reds, you motherfuckers want to stoop to that level, that's fine. But I'm going to take the high road. I'm going to talk shit about you, and I'm going to talk shit about your team. And I'm going to see, and I'm going to do what the respectable fan base, or a respectable fan base in here, Giants Mafia does, and I'm going to keep it at a higher level than having to include people's family. So if that's crying, if that's fucking whining, if that's tapping out, whatever the fuck you want to consider it, I don't care. But I'm gonna do what I see the people that I see in, like, the most respectable people in here, my fan base, and I'm gonna act the way that I think is most respectable. And I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, look, he's a fucking pussy. He's a fucking pussy." Like Raider Ben with his last comment. Raider Ben, you just worry about mastering that fucking homeless look that you have, so you could match the fucking homeless record of your team that gets evicted every fucking place you go. All right? Worry about our hate week, because when we come into your fucking stadium and stomp you out fucking 32-0, I want to see a fucking Crow video or whatever the fuck, 28-0. I don't give a fuck, whatever it is. When we come out and stomp your asses out, and you have to eat every word that you say, just keep them sweet, motherfucker, because they're gonna go right back down your throat when you have to grow up to Giants Mafia later in the season.